Hello, I'm Kimberly, and you're watching Simply Living in a Small Town. Hope everybody's had a great day and is having a great evening. Today is Wednesday, where I'm at anyway. You could be watching it tomorrow, which would be Thursday. But anyway, I hope everybody is doing great. I just want to say I really appreciate every single person that watches, likes, subscribes, shares, but especially watching my videos. I so appreciate it. Not that I don't appreciate the other as well, but I appreciate all of it, but especially if you just watch, that's fine too. So I just appreciate you being here so much. So today is the Wednesday WIPS video. I'm already getting tongue-tied, y'all. Okay, so I'll get into, I have a couple of WIPS. I don't have a lot today, but I've had a lot go on recently, so I'm going to talk just chat for a few minutes here. So it's really been one heck of a weekend here in my world. My daughter's dad was very sick on Friday. Basically, I guess he had vomiting and diarrhea, and I'm sorry if I'm not trying to gross anybody out here, but what I found out was on Sunday that he had a stroke on Friday night, and I knew on Friday he was unable to meet me because he was so sick as far as exchanging our daughter. So Sunday I found out that he had a stroke Friday and that he was in the hospital and he was on a ventilator. And also on Sunday, later Sunday, sorry, stop that. Also on Sunday, his wife said that that the surgeon said that he needed to have emergency surgery to survive the night. So he had a craniectomy, which is where they remove a portion of your skull, and it was because of the swelling that he had on his brain was so bad. So that they do that in an effort to relieve that swelling and pressure on the brain. So thankfully he was able to have the surgery. He came out of the surgery okay. He's been conscious, well, since Monday anyway, and was able to be taken off ventilator, and thank God is breathing on his own. So there's been a lot going on that way. Of course, my daughter, was really worried about her dad, to say the least, and it just, it's just very terrifying to abruptly, something like that happen. And I mean, it can happen to any of us, and he's young too, because he's only 51. I mean, and he has pretty good health on that part. He's never really had any major illnesses or anything. So this has been it's been a lot, basically. And even for me, because of course him and I didn't always see eye to eye. And I think, in these types of situations where you're like co-parenting a child and you don't, you're not together, it is difficult. And but nonetheless, I would have never wanted this to ever happen to him. And it was very shocking, to say the least, to all of us. And so based on that, now, all of our lives are going to change in a way because of this. So because he is Well, he's unable to speak currently, and I don't know if that will change or not. Um, I know he was unable to move his left side as well. I don't know if that's something that will change or not either. So he is definitely going to have a long road to recover in a way that he can live like a new normal for him. I don't know. So it's just a very difficult thing right now. So I just wanted to talk about that for just a minute because it's just very, again, very surprising and shocking. And what I want to say is that we never know what, each and every day, we do not know what the day is going to hold for us or bring, and that's why it's important to love one another and be grateful for the gift of life another day, because you never know what is going to happen. So I have been dealing with that this weekend and my daughter and such, and so nonetheless, anyways, I have not done tons of crocheting but I did work on a couple things, and so I got a couple things to show you. And one of those is this beautiful blanket. Now, I had showed this before, and this has been a while since I've showed it. So you may not have seen it if you're someone new coming in watching. I don't know. But this is a rectangle granny square blanket that I have been working on, and it's been laying, around waiting for me, a sleeping wet, like waiting for me to work on it. So actually, maybe I should flip it like this because it is a rectangle so you can see the pattern. And it is pretty good size now. I'm just making this as a throw. I love this so much though. It is so pretty, the colors. So this colorway is it's a Hobby Lobby yarn that is called I Love This Yarn, and it's the colorway Royal Gorge, and it is just, it's so pretty. Like oranges, kind of rust color, cream color, and then kind of a greenish blue and a brown, but this is just, it's so pretty. So I have ran out of my skein. I added another skein to it the other day. I do not know how big it is, but this will give you an idea. So it's wider. That's like, it's pretty wide that way. And then, again, I'm not sure how big this is because I haven't measured it. So let's see if it's, okay, yeah, it's about as tall as me. So about, I'm 5'5". So it's like as tall as me. See, it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty good. So outside of, I always do this. It's like, it seems to be the thing with me and blankets. I don't know. It happens. So I play yarn chicken, and I lose. And then I go, man, I don't want to frog out that last row. So, so my plan is, this is literally big enough because I just wanted it to be a throw for my living room. So, I mean, this is plenty. Okay, so if I put this, down to the floor, it'll come clear up to here. So it's literally plenty big enough to, do what it needs to do as far as a throw. But I have gotten to, I don't know how far. Okay, there's the beginning of the row. I don't know where oh, yeah, look at this. Okay, this is crazy because I didn't even realize this. Look, y'all, this is, oh, that's so silly. This is the end of my row, okay, or where I ran out of yarn, not the end of my row. That's where my yarn ran out. Now look, I only have to go to right here. So not much left, but you know what, whatever. I'm still probably going to get another skein of yarn to finish the row. I mean, if nothing else, then I can take the rest of the skein and use it on something else. I absolutely love this colorway. I love it. And I had seen the other day someone on YouTube that has a channel. I just saw it on short, so I don't even remember who it was. But made a cardigan out of it. It was beautiful. And it is just beautiful. And I have a poncho that is made out of the same colorway. And I just think it's so pretty. I mean, I love it so much. And my daughter even said she loves it. She actually called it rusty red, white, and blue. That's what she called it. I was like, I'm not sure about that, but that's what she told me. So if I fold it in half, you know, well, if I can get a hold of it, there we go. Okay. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's big enough, but like I said, my plan is to add like one more skein to it, you know, and then I will call it quits. And then we'll be even. I'll be happy. Well, I mean, I'm already happy with it, but yeah. I think make it tad a little bit bigger, and then, you know, it'll be good. So, I mean, now here, if you look, and this is another reason why too I say that, I might actually just add another whole entire skein on it. Would be fine too. Because if you fold it like this, look, I mean, it's not huge, but again, I'm just wanting it to be a throw. So anyway, there's that. I am happy with that. And I've been needing to get back to that because I've had this yarn now for a good long while, like over a month. No, about a month, I think. So anyway, there's that. And then, so I know I showed you before I was working on my daughter's sweater. Now, I did not get a lot more done on this. I did not. But I managed to get the front panel. Now, I say that I'm not entirely, okay, this isn't, so yeah, this got, my neckline's kind of, I should have done more rows like up before I started doing my decrease, okay? So I'm going to look at this and see when yes, I see you. When I hold this up against her, it doesn't look bad. Like it doesn't look, it looks similar to what I just showed on me. Yes, I see my cat wants to be in here. Like, so, you know, but I could, in other words, just do quite a few rows here. Yes, I see you. For the neckline. And I mean, it'd be okay. My daughter is not. She said, Mom, it's okay. So, but I'll have to, Amara, please. I know, I see you. She has a thing about jumping on my crochet stuff. She's like jealous. She's like jealous of my crochet items, y'all. Of me crocheting or the crochet. Last night, she jumped right in the middle of, yeah, I think it was this I was working on, and she jumped right in the middle of it, and she actually slid off, and she just literally slid off on the floor, and I was like, okay, hang on, I will stop so that I can cuddle you, because she wants her cuddles. I mean, it's just, this is life with cats. Like, yes, I see you. Yes, I see you. Okay, so anyway, my daughter said she is okay with that, and she doesn't mind if, like, you know, it has kind of a thick, I guess, neckline or whatever, you know. Of course, I say that too. My daughter a lot of times wears, like if she wears a sweatshirt or a sweater, she usually wears a t-shirt under it. So, yeah. I mean, but I've got to look at, I want to see what I want to do there. Um, I don't know, but I have started on the back panel, which is kind of actually hilarious at the moment, just because, just because I know you can't really hardly see. This is all I have of the bottom ribbing started. Literally. So this is it that I started. I think that I start to, yeah, last night. And then I just have not. I have literally, no, I started this morning. That's right. Because I worked on this panel last night. I started that this morning, the ribbing part, which yes, that's all I have for ribbing currently. Like I have 1, 2, 3 rows. So not far at all, to say the least. Excuse me. But I've been spending the day cleaning. Well, like early this morning when I got up, I was just motivated to start cleaning, and I honestly haven't just been sitting and crocheting today. So that was literally all I've gotten done crochet wise. I have been working on another work in progress though. Sorry, I'm trying to move some stuff because my cat's trying to jump on my little table over here, of course. But I do have another work in progress, and I know I told you all about it. It's probably been, that might have been, what, 1 or 2 months ago. Probably closer to 2, as far as I remember. Anyway, probably, literally. So I have a shelf. Yeah, I think that was back in December. I have a shelf that I've built that's only about this wide. It's very, matter of fact, it's like 15 inches wide. That tells you anything. Very, very narrow. So that's going to sit at the end of my desk in my office. And this shelf is going to have shelves on it. It's a 7-foot shelf, and it is going to have shelves on it to put my yarn on, which all my yarn is not going to fit on this shelf, okay? And I'm well aware, like, I'm well aware that, like, that's not gonna clean up all my yarn, but I am gonna have this shelf at the, basically in the corner on the very end of where my desk would be, like right here. The shelf will be here at the end where there's just a little bit of space before you get to the wall. And then I'm going to put shelves then this direction, like 2 or 3 of them going across on the wall, basically above my desk. So because right now, like, well, first of all, my office is extremely small, and secondly, you know, I am one of these people, since it is very small, you got to look at how you can also utilize the space that is in there. So there is this wall space, you know, all above the desk where there's virtually nothing but like one picture. So yeah, I want to run shelves across like that. Then to also like stack the yarn up on these shelves. And so this is still work in progress. So in other words, I had not gotten the shelves on it yet. I've been trying to get that done. And I knew that was going to be kind of an ordeal all of its own once I went to actually put the shelves on it, because first of all, doing it by myself is kind of a, without a helper, is kind of a pain, but it's fine. And I had to wait till I kind of totally felt like I wanted to tackle it. I mean, I have been procrastinating because, I mean, mentally I wanted to tackle it, but physically, it's just anytime I work on some, you know, one of my like woodworking projects or something like that, it takes a lot out of me. And so I was partly waiting to feel better too, you know, and the weather, and because the weather is a huge factor for me. Today it was like 60 or 62. I mean, it was gorgeous and so warm and so lovely. And I'm like, I have literally felt so good today. I mean, physically. I mean, mentally, my mental state is good too. But what I'm saying is generally my mental state is good, whilst physically I'm I'm like in agony, you know. It's just the living with the chronic illness. So chronic pain due to that. So I decided I was going to work on that today. I'm like, I'm going to kick that out because I was going to work on it the other day. But then, like, I ran out of time. I was making dinner and whatnot. And then by the time I actually finally got dinner done, I was like, okay, I'm not even messing with that tonight. So, anyway, I've got one shelf on it currently. However, I want to get shelf 2 and 3 because currently I only have 3 shelves ready to put in it. Because what I'm actually doing is I'm actually recycling deck boards that I had at my property, the property that burned down. Well, the house that I had that burned down. So they were in the garage. They were stored over there. The garage did not. The garage only had smoke damage. The fire did not come into that garage. So anyway, the deck boards came out of there. They were stored in there. They had smoke damage, which was fine because I was going to take and sand them all down, you know, to make this little shelf. Because again, this is just using, I like recycling things. I like recycling things, period. But then I like taking stuff that I have or reclaimed wood and, you know, building something new with that, making that purposeful instead of just throwing it on fire pit and burning it. You know, I mean, I love to recycle things. That's in general, but especially wood. I absolutely love wood, and I love, you know, so, but it's a process for me now with, like, with my hands. It's harder for me to run the electric sander because I have to use the right hand, and the right hand has no cartilage in it. So it becomes, in other words, I can do it, you know, if my hand's feeling pretty good that day, I can do it. But then after, in other words, if I do quite a bit of that in a day, my hand gets so sore and really painful, and I get throbbing pain in it, and like sharp pains, and it's just, and then it takes like several days before I could even go, like, for several days after that, it's very sore to even just anything, you know, my wrist, that is, and stuff. So I had done 3 shelves a while back. So I do have the other boards ready, or what, to be sanded and then cut up for the shelves, for the little shelves that are going in this one-piece shelving unit. So anyways, I, of course, am not, I stated this before in another WIP video way back when I have finally got that put together. But I am going to have a picture of it in this video tonight. And it should have the 3 shelves in it. I mean, they're not completely in it yet, but hopefully by the time I put out this video, they are in it. So the plan is, I have currently 1 shelf in it, and I'm currently taking a break from that. So, which is why I'm getting to this a little bit later than I actually intended to. But nonetheless, I'm getting something done that really needs to be done. So, in other words, once I get those 3 shelves placed in tonight, which is the plan, then I can move this shelf into my office temporarily, at least, you know. I mean, it's going to stay in there, but I mean, obviously, I have like 3 more shelves or whatever to put in it. So, or put, you know. So, and then down the line, I'm planning to probably paint it. So, but I'm not worried about that right now. So, anyway, so I should have a picture in the end of this video of the shelf sitting in my office. If I do not, it's because I did not get it done tonight. But my plan is to. So I hope you all have a great night now. This is all I have for the Wednesday WIPS. So I will see you next time. God bless everyone. And thank you so much again for watching. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.